So for this drill, I've got this square marked out on the table. Now, you can use any sort of tape you want for this, but try not to use anything too sticky. You don't want something that's going to pull at your cloth when you pull it up. This is just some plasterboard joining tape, which doesn't have a lot of stick to it, so it comes off quite easily. It's quite good for the job. Masking tape might work as well. And it doesn't have to be an exact size, but it's a fairly equal box. Probably, I'd say it's probably about 12 inches in the middle of the table. Now obviously you can make this big box bigger or smaller depending on how hard you want to make the drill. And then the idea is you place 4 balls. These balls are placed maybe 6 to 8 inches away from the bottom cushion and equal. They're in line with the edge of your box. Then the objective is to pop each ball and get back to the box each time. If you miss, then you start over again. So to start with, you have ball in hand, so you can place the ball anywhere you want in the box. So it's a good idea to try and place it in a good position that gives you the best opportunity of getting it back to the box. So for example, if we place the ball here in a dead straight line for this shot to the corner, then we could screw back along that line, but then in terms of pace, we've got to get it to stop in that line there, which is not a very big space. So doesn't give you good odds of doing that, so that's not a good way to start. So you've got a couple of options. We can't really go much further this way because we're outside the box, so we need to be looking at coming this direction off the red. If we come over to just off straight here like this, and we play the shot with topspin, then the tangent line brings us here. So if we play it with topspin, we can come down into this cushion and then back up towards the box, and that works quite nicely. If we play that with a touch of right hand side, so a little bit of check side as well, that will just straighten that angle up and bring us towards the middle of the box. We want to aim really to get towards the middle each time. It gives us a bigger margin of error. And that's how I prefer to start the drill. We could also play and come at a wider angle. So if we came down here, played at a wider angle, you can see the tangent line brings us over in this direction, into this cushion, into here, and back to here. And that works quite well as well. The only problem with that is if you get it slightly wrong, you can get a little bit close to this other ball. So I prefer, personally, to play this one to start with, when the other ball is in the way. Just gives you something less to worry about. So we're looking at playing with top into here, a little bit of right hand side check to straighten it up and come back towards the middle. And like I said, the pace is just as important in here. Too hard and we're going to travel past the box. Not hard enough and we won't come back. Okay, so we've been aiming for here, we're slightly out, but that gives us the best chance of getting back into the box. So then we have a look at our next shot. So we can go to either end. We could play a very similar shot on this yellow, back up to here. This yellow, we're going to have to be avoiding that one, and this one we've got the space. Now this is a little bit straighter than we were at that end, so if we play here with topspin, we're going to be coming down to here, and we might even go past it. So we could play it with running side to come back this way, which would work quite nicely. So let's do that on this shot. So we're going to play with topspin, which is going to force us down into this cushion, just with a little bit of run inside to widen it back out over to here, just to keep the ball moving as well. It's going to be a little bit firmer than it was before because we're travelling forward and back again. And we've played it too firm and we've run out of the box, so that's the end of the drill and you start again. So you can see how important it is to get the pace right, and this is probably the most difficult part of this drill. It's not so much working out the angles, but getting the pace right as you travel around those angles, particularly when you're using different types of spin. So let's start again and see if there's any different ways of starting. So we said that straight brings us too close to here, but if we go just a fraction off straight this side, then we can screw back and that will bring us back towards the centre of the box. So we could do that as a starting drill. It's a different one, and it's good to practice these using different shots in each time. So let's try that and screw back towards the centre of the box. So that worked quite nicely. Now this time this has given us a wider angle on this red over to here. So this time we can look at coming around the angles because this ball's not in the way. So if we look at that shot there, our tangent line is going to take us over this way, then into this cushion, and then back towards the box. Now we're coming a little bit wide there, so we want to go slightly forward, just a touch, just to widen that angle up. So probably play this plain ball so that we go just ahead of the tangent line. We'll play this in the centre of the white ball. Just about. If you're touching the line, it usually counts very close. The problem with this is sometimes the ball doesn't roll over it as well, which is not great. So we've got a dead straight one here, not ideal, because again we're aiming for a narrow part of the box. So we're going to probably look at going round that ball. We could try and cheat the pocket on here to screw back a little bit, which might be easier actually. So if we aim towards this side of the pocket, that gives us a very slight angle that will allow us to screw back to this side of the pocket. And then what are we left with here? So now we've got an angle here. We could either play with top spin and down again, or we can try and come round. So let's look at coming round those angles. So our tangent line brings us to there, again a bit wide, so we want to coming slightly forward of that tangent line. So plain ball like we did before, just so it brings us forward a little bit. That'll come into there, come back to here, back towards the box. Now just to help with the pace, last time we ran up a little short, so just to help with the pace, if we play with a touch of right hand side, running side, that would just help the ball keep moving around those angles. So we're playing plain ball and just about a Q-tip width to the right. And that just helps keep the ball travelling round. Just made it back into the box. So if you get back, then you set up and you continue. So we have a score of 4 at the moment. And you just keep going with this drill and see how many you can get. And like I said, I've seen this drill done on the larger American pool table. So you've got a little bit more, you've got further to travel, but you've got a bigger box to get into as well. On here, you haven't got so far to travel, but then you've got a smaller box to get into. So there's pros and cons for both versions. Now we carry on the drill here from where we took off last time. So this one we're a little bit too straight, so we have to be going forward. And then the angle is the one we've got to put lots of side on to get around there. So it's probably not the best ball to take first. This one has got a nicer angle to bring us there. So the top spin will take us in. It's going to come back this way. So again with a little bit of check side, that will straighten us up back towards the box. A little bit more check side than we did at the other end. So remember to adjust our aim slightly, because when we play with the right hand side, is going to kick the ball out to the left slightly, so adjust your aim slightly. And just checks it back into the box. So we're this side of that. So another option of a shot we'll play, I don't particularly like this one, but this is another one that you can use. I'll try it and see if it works, is if we're this side, we screw back from there, we're going to screw back towards the cushion here and then come back into the box that way. So it's another option. It's quite a difficult one because you need a lot of pace to get it back and back to the middle, but let's give that a go. So just off straight, screwing back nicely. And we've gone slightly too wide on it and widened the angle too much, and it's not got us back to the box. As I said, there's not an easy one to play that. And I only play that one if you absolutely have to. So as I said, this is a really difficult one to do, and I do this quite often because this really works on both your pace, your angles, using different types of spin. And you get different shots every time you do it as well. So I have one last go here. I won't talk through these. I'll just concentrate on what I'm doing for this last set of shots, and we'll see how we do. If you want to see more practice routines and pool tutorials, then please remember to subscribe. And if you're interested in any of the equipment I use in this video, then there are links in the description below.